Hello and welcome. This is Vickery's Verdict. This is Mark Vickery's match report from Fratton Park, Portsmouth against Newport County. The attendance was 16,245. Pre-match thoughts. County need to inject some energy into their game and not allow Portsmouth to get into any passing rhythm. Conditions: sunny, bright, calm. Pitch in excellent condition. Summing up our performance in one statement: disciplined, professional, hard-working and took chances well. Turning point: Roberts sending off on the hour made County stronger again. County made a couple of changes, with Tommy O'Sullivan returning on loan from Cardiff City to replace Jan Kukowski, who was sub. Medialito also came back after suspension, with striker Connor Wilkinson sacrificed to the bench, with County adopting a 4-5-1 formation. County made a positive start to the game, forcing Portsmouth to defend deep inside their own area, and Rodman struck an opportunist early shot wide of the left post from 25 yards after a mazy run down the right flank. County set a good tempo to their game in the early stages, moving Portsmouth around the pitch. A patient move on 5 minutes saw County switch play back and forth before Byrne unleashed a decent effort from 25 yards, which was well blocked by Webster. Portsmouth were patient in their approach play, with a lot going through ex-Chesterfield striker Gary Roberts. County had to deal with a couple of crosses from the right flank by Portsmouth, with right back Davis keen to get forward in support, but the threat was marshalled well. On 12 minutes, McNulty was alert to the loose ball after a hopeful Portsmouth cross was only half cleared, but his shot from the edge of the area was wide of the left post. County set their stall out to absorb pressure and deny Portsmouth down the flanks and look for holes on the break, with Alito and Rodman menacing, carrying the ball on the break. On 20 minutes, Byrne was booked for a late challenge on Evans down the centre of the pitch, with Portsmouth threatening to cut down the middle. County kept plugging away with some effective breaks down the right flank to test Portsmouth left back Stevens, and he was booked on 25 minutes for getting the wrong side of Holmes. County gained confidence from their ability to penetrate an increasingly indecisive Portsmouth defence, with Aina swapping to the right flank and Alito becoming more direct with his runs down the left side. On 34 minutes, Aina went on a weaving run down the left channel, beating fullback Davis with ease, and he was checked cynically by Holland, who was booked. Alito took the free kick, which he delivered with venom, and the ball took an odd deflection off a defender before looping back towards the keeper Fulton. He appeared to have the ball covered, but aerial pressure by Jones saw him get the vital touch to head home. County were boosted by the goal and settled in a rhythm of stifling Portsmouth and picking holes on the break, with Aina and O'Sullivan making some explosive runs from deep. On 40 minutes, Alito was again causing problems on the left flank with his trickery and direct running, coaxing Burgess into a clumsy challenge which warranted a booking. Portsmouth made efforts to step up their game as half-time approached and created some headway, switching play from left to right, but a lot of their play was laboured or lacked cohesion to trouble County. On 45 minutes, Portsmouth created a glimmer of a chance from an opportunist cross from the right side of the area by Evans, which County keeper Day couldn't hold at the front post, and McNulty seized on a loose ball, but his shot was blocked by Day. Portsmouth made a change at half-time when Evans replaced by former County lone striker Michael Smith. Portsmouth offered more energy for a time, with some forceful play in the County half, which caused some anxious moments for defence. On 50 minutes, County were a little slow to close down, defending their left corner of the area, and Roberts hit a smart shot on the turn from 14 yards, which Day saved well low down. Portsmouth were awarded a couple of corners on the right side, which County dealt well with, clearing effectively. On 53 minutes, Roberts was then booked for an untidy low tackle from behind on Alito after losing possession cheaply. Portsmouth continued to persist with providing crosses from the flanks at every opportunity, but County worked hard to cut out the threat, with keeper Day alive to gather and distribute effectively. Portsmouth continued to probe away in and around the area, with Roberts the main source and Guile, but the hosts were dealt a huge blow on 60 minutes when Roberts carried his run towards the edge of the area and went over somewhat lightly in a challenge from Jones and earned himself a second booking. With Portsmouth down to 10 men, they adjusted with an attacking midfielder option, Naismith, replacing Bennett up front. County also made a positive change with Aina replaced by Wilkinson. County were happy to sit back and counter hard given the opportunity, and went close again moments later when Wilkinson and Bowden combined well to find Byrne, who had made a great run from deep, but his low effort from 20 yards was deflected wide of the left post by Webster. Portsmouth made efforts to respond but struggled to maintain possession on times, with County working hard off the ball to unsettle them. On 66 minutes, County went close to adding to their lead when a direct ball down the middle caused problems for Portsmouth defence recovering, and Wilkinson nipped in behind only to see a shot from 10 yards blocked by keeper Fulton. Portsmouth gambled on pushing men forward despite the handicap, often leaving holes in behind with both full-backs committed. On 69 minutes, County punished them ruthlessly when they lost possession cheaply on the right side, with right-back Davis in no man's land. Wilkinson was quick to pick out the run of Alito down the left flank, and he swept back a superb cross on the byline into the 6-yard area, which Bowden directed into the left corner with a precise header. Portsmouth made a change straight after, with Chaplin replacing McNulty up front. Portsmouth continued to pass and move with some patient play across the face of the County area. On 73 minutes, Portsmouth were a decent move on the left side of the area, with Stevens managing to get in a useful cross from a tight position. The flight of the ball appeared to take County goalkeeper Day by surprise at the front post, and the loose ball was scooped over by Chaplin from 10 yards when he should have worked the keeper. County made a change soon after, with Alito taking a knock and he was replaced by Goslin, and another change soon followed with Bowden replaced by Morgan. County continued to threaten on the break, especially down the left side, with Goslin showing up well with some neat touches and thought with the ball. On 80 minutes, County had an honest looking appeal for a penalty when they worked an intricate move on the left side of the area, and Goslin threaded a good pass from the byline to pick up the run of Rodman, who appeared to be blocked by Hollands, but the referee was unmoved. Sullivan was then booked moments later for obstructing Hollands, who threatened to exploit space down the middle. County were close to a third goal on 83 minutes when Morgan found acres of space on the left side of the box after the swift counter, but he dragged his effort wide of the right post. Portsmouth persisted with using their right flank, with Smith angling his runs to provide an outlet. On 85 minutes, Smith went on an individual run coming inside from the right flank to shoot on the turn, but his low shot from 20 yards was well read by Day. County got the third goal threatened on 88 minutes, this time coming from the right side, with Boom supporting a swift counter and carried his strong run to the byline. He showed good vision to pick out Morgan, back post, who finished with low shot from 8 yards into the empty net. Portsmouth kept plugging away and created a glimmer of chance on 90 minutes when Smith again gambling with an effort from distance, which went wide to the left post. County may have had a fourth in injury time when Goslin did well to float across from the left side of the area to find Wilkinson, who had a chance to hit the ball first time but delayed, and his effort was smothered by the keeper. There was a late chance for Portsmouth, with Naismith hitting a decent effort from near the D, which forced Day into a good save, tipping the ball around the left post. County were happy to run the clock down in the final stages and got a rapturous applause at the end for the magnificent performance. Player ratings: Day 7, made several smart low saves and claims, kicked well under pressure, and despite a couple of loose connections he was really troubled. Holmes 8, solid game, put under pressure but limited crosses and made several excellent contributions coming forward with intelligent passes. Hughes 8, decent game, made some good runs first half but got tight when needed and made some good tackles. Distribution was much improved. Jones 8, didn't have his own way in the air but generally had strength to deal with the threat. Some erratic passing, ball getting stuck under his feet too much. Donacien 7, did well in the air and made some strong headers, tackled danger in behind and alert to threats, but distribution was a little erratic. Alito 9, best game in a County shirt, gave static defenders headaches with his trickery, was cutting with his runs and provided several superb crosses. Rodman 7, busy first half, carried the ball strongly when invited and was effective on the counter. Played deeper second half but set up some good moves. Byrne 8, competed well, was alert to the loose ball and clever with use, being more decisive. Game continued. Had a hand in the second and third goals. Aina 7, enterprising first half, offering a good outlet, and his flexibility to swap flanks provided some decent crosses before being sacrificed. O'Sullivan 8, showed what County have been missing since he was turned from his initial loan, was quick with his feet and link play and difficult to track. Bolden 7, didn't have many chances, but he took the one on offer. Worked hard to press and chase especially well into the right corner first half, reading play well. SWOT analysis of the opponent's strengths. They offered some good approach play across the face of the area and some decent crosses, but saw little today. Weaknesses. Fullbacks were hesitant first half, assuming responsibility to central defenders. Left holes in behind overplay and allowing County the space to counter. Opportunities. They gambled on providing crosses, which they often lack quality. Often overcommitting second half despite creating more threats. Roberts with guile and link play. Smith and Naismith had an eye for shots from distance. Officials. B. Toner 7 was a little strict with his use of cards, but consistent nevertheless and got the key decisions right. Man of the match. Medialito came back fresh as a daisy after suspension and was a constant menace with his quick feet, pace and quality of crosses involved in the first 2 goals. If you were Warren Feeney, what would you do? County had a good shape to them today and did well to stifle and frustrate the Portsmouth side on a good run. Ultimately, bad decision making proved costly for Portsmouth. County were always the more composed and disciplined outfit, and this was instrumental with the referee eager to issue yellow cards, so it was important County kept their concentration and took their chances. County needs to work hard off the ball, especially in the second half when you expected Portsmouth to pick up their passing game. County did well down the flanks today, and with the tempo and creativity they offered, they looked the strongest outfit even before the sending off on the hour. County now need to carry on the urgency and work ethic into the Hartlepool games next up at Rodney Parade. This will undoubtedly pose different questions, and County may need to keep their side fresh with the games coming thick and fast. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. There's Vickery's verdict, and I hope you found it interesting, and I'll speak to you soon.